Special thanks to Super Wario for the script, and to Burr Records from Freesound for the audio of the birds in the rain.
Hello there, Admiral Jason.
Yes?
Norman wants to talk to you.
What is it?
He needs to talk to you now. He says it's urgent.
Okay. I'll be right there. So, what did you call me here for? I have good news. What news? The war has officially been fought to a stalemate. That's good news? Yes. It is. No general can make any more major gains or losses because their armies and cavalries are already fighting as much as they can. No one can get enough soldiers to break the deadlock. A few miles of territory is lost and gained every now and then, but that's all. How did we fare? Honestly, not bad. All the generals started competing over smaller towns. We weren't going to fight at first, until we were invaded, and when we retaliated, we actually gained a few enemy towns at our southern border that we didn't have before we seemed to benefit. More than anyone else did. Well, that's good. Is that all you wanted to tell me? No, it's not. I wanted to tell you the plan I have, but first, would you say humans have a better life here than they do above ground? Yes, much better. Yes, they do. There aren't any major bandit attacks here like there are above ground. The worst we have to deal with are the pickpockets. It's not a perfect society, of course. There's still hatred and greed, jealousy, just like any other society will have, but this is as close to perfect as it will get, so I've come up with an idea. What idea? I've thought it would be best if we kept most humans in the locations we put them in the caves, mountains, and tunnels. The towns themselves will be populated by shadows only. This isn't moral. You're essentially forcing them from their homes. Indefinitely. I know. Part of the reason bandits hate us is because they think shadows have too much power over humans. I know. You'll just be giving bandits another excuse to declare war again. They'll call you a dictator. I know! If we held a vote on if humans wanted to stay or not, 2/3 of them said yes. And what about the other third that said no? They already left. They're going to different countries, but that's to be expected. Not everyone will support us. Those that don't are free to go somewhere else. What about the civilian shadows that are here? They can stay here if they want. We already coexist with humans. We always have. Shadows have had families with humans before. It's not unheard of. In fact, it's quite common. It's always been common ever since the beginning of society. Of course, the children are always born shadows, though, regardless of who the shadow parent is. I need a favor.
What favor?
I need someone to help me rule here.
How so?
It would be a great life for humans here. They can grow all the fruits and vegetables they need. Even though the mines are mostly stone, there are still lots of areas that are dirt, so this place is more or less self-sustaining. I need someone to advise me on how to rule. I need someone to tell me if I become too harsh of a ruler.
But why not rely on Walter? Or your assistant to do that?
My assistant is loyal to a fault. So is Walter if I ask them. If I'm ruling correctly or incorrectly, they will just tell me what I want to hear. I need someone who will tell me what I don't want to hear. I need someone to tell me no. I need someone with enough compassion towards humans to act with their best interest at heart. And I need someone who has enough battle experience and strength to protect humans when I'm out fighting battles. The only person who can do all of that is you. I know this is a big favor I'm asking, but I could never ask anyone else except you. Don't do it for me, Jason. Do it for the humans. If I see you mistreating them in any way, and if you won't listen to my criticism, I will rescue them from here the next day. Do you understand? I would expect nothing less. We also found your friend's ID papers in the wreckage of their town. Age 25, born on the year 100,000. Left hometown 2 hours before the bandit attack on it began.
2 hours?
2 hours. They must have just lost eye contact with the island when it was set on fire.
How do you know it was 2 hours?
Jason, the bandits reported seeing a dinghy sailing away from the island. But they were standing on the island when they saw the dinghy, so they couldn't give chase and kidnap whoever was sailing it. Bandits normally ransom off whomever they kidnap. But sometimes they force their victims to join their group of bandits, so the human was very lucky to be blissfully unaware. They're sailing away from their hometown as it's being set on fire.
What happened to all the other humans from the island? No. It can't be. All of them?
All of them. They didn't even have weapons. They stood no chance. They were on an island, so they couldn't even run away. And when we got there, we found a large number of shadows sitting around in the rubble and ashes of what used to be their town. Now do you see why I want to keep humans safe?
Yeah, I understand, sure. The Shadow military does have its fair share of corruption and greed, but at least we're better than that.
My point exactly. Did you tell them about any of this?
No, they never asked.
Well, maybe you shouldn't tell them then. The less this individual knows, the better. That's all I have to say. See, it's late. I have a shift at the infirmary. The sick and injured, they need me.
I understand.
What are you doing here?
I can't even say. I don't think I felt this sad before.
Yes, I know what you were talking about. Norman told me before.
You know?
I haven't seen a shadow show sadness before this. But still, you can't stay here forever.
I know. I'm sorry for your loss, too.
It's better if I don't think about it. You still have a life to live at the end of the day. Someone to take care of. You can't just sit over there forever. You have to move even though it's sometimes difficult. Life must go on.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help. Goodbye. Hey there. I'm back. So, do you like the place? You do? That's great to know. What? I look sad. No, I'm not sad. I'm fine. When shadows look sad, that just means they're thinking about something. So, I thought we could go to the Shadow Town I mentioned before. When can we go? You should be well enough to go next week. Unfortunately, you fell sick again, but you're getting better, so that's great. I've been hired as advisor, so it looks like I'll be rejoining the military again, but don't worry, I'll still look after you just like I always have. I have a question for you. A few years ago, I told you I found you a new place to live, but you said you wouldn't go there unless I stayed with you. Why was that? Oh, you're hugging me. Does this mean what I think it means? It does. I see. Shadows sometimes have trouble expressing emotion. I wanted to tell you, but whenever I wanted to, I got too nervous and had to stop myself at the last second. I was gonna tell you at the Shadow Town as we were leaving. I swear I was. That's why I wanted to go there. Well, I guess we can still go if you want to. You do? Ah, that's great. I have to start planning the trip. Like I said, we can go next week. So, I'll see you in a few hours.